Hello, this is Rick Brutti along with Mary-Alice Brady of mosaicHUB.com. Mary-Alice is quite an entrepreneur, and you must have learned some lessons that you can tell our people about.
I definitely have. I think every entrepreneur, no matter how experienced you are, when you go through the process, you're always going to be learning. And some of the biggest lessons I've learned in the last year, I think out of all of them, it's around building a team. And, as an entrepreneur, I felt there's so much to get done. You have limited resources, and sometimes you want to pull anybody in. And I've worked with some great people. I would say, though, you really need to take a step back first and realize your own strengths, your own weaknesses, and then identify those folks that you need to surround yourself with, whether it's advisors or employees or consultants. And really evaluate that before you go out and hire. Because a few times I've hired folks that I really didn't need at that time.
So it's a real humbling experience because you're not always right all the time in making your decisions.
No, and then the other problem is like when you're wrong, how do you handle it? And you always hear, hire slowly and fire quickly. And it's true. As a startup, you can't waste resources. And, if you make a mistake, unfortunately, you have to deal with it pretty quickly.
And it's hard to hire friends, too, because they don't always work out.
Yeah, you should be very careful, particularly friends and family. You get excited. They get excited about your project, but you're going to be in the trenches together. You're going to be working really hard, and you don't want to damage relationships that are important to you.
So the lesson that you're going to tell everybody, the entrepreneurs, is what, Mary-Alice? What's the lesson that they have to know?
I think the biggest lesson around hiring is to really be thoughtful about it. And it's so tempting when you meet somebody and say, oh, I have an opening, just, come on and help. To really evaluate what it is that you need help with, to carefully work with that person. Sometimes what I would say is do a couple test projects, make sure that you really mesh, you have the right philosophy, because you're building a culture. So the biggest lesson is biggest advice would be taking a step back, taking some time and be thoughtful.
Great advice, Mary-Alice. I think I'm going to do that. This is Rick Brutti signing off with Mary-Alice Brady of mosaicHUB.com.